Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another episode of Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we continued cross-examining Valent, and we actually were able to kind of sort of prove that Zach Gramarye was not guilty. But then Clavier pulled out his, not his, but Magnifi's, notebook, or diary. But we ended up pulling out the notebook page, which was actually forged by this guy named Drew Misham, and that is how Phoenix lost his attorney's badge, so yeah. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna go on from here, but let's find out. Mason system. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Gramarye, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Whoa. What? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well, and when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half-finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Or, just go play the last 3 games. Touch the arrow to switch between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Okay. I guess we start off at Wright & Co. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I have plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Ooh, morning, Daddy!
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I'm fine, as always. This old boy is here to help me, after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks! My first dose today, after all!
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office.
Oh no!
Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I, did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. It was just so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy!
That was quick. Yes?
if I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So, thanks, Daddy. Oh, and this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy? You got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge?
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So, here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean, like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramery.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Gramery?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star in Troop Gramery, and they're big.
The Gramerys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them much on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Val and Gramery together, you know? Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage, and this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are gonna be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yes, it's like that thing that they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid!
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy?
That's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're gonna do a magic trick? Sure. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here it goes. Ta-da! Oh, she's had Mr. Hat since... Aw. Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen.
Yeah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service.
He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Huh? Get it? Heady! My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Zach and Val and smiling. But then she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name's the Lhasa Grammary.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry, I won't vanish. I promise.
Right, you can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess I'll rate it as a backup plan. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The right talent agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Aw. Okay. Nice. Let's go here. 7 years ago, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Zack? There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this! Mr. Enigmar! The defendant escaped! Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all exits from the building! On the double! He must not be allowed to escape! When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey! What's the big idea? My ears!
No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here.
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoink! I just say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
We've met before, haven't we? On a case. 2 years ago?
No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past. There is only now, sir.
Okay, you're the bailiff, right?
Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meek at the new service, sir.
What? I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape.
Let me try to make this absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir!
But you were a regular police officer once, right?
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing?
I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Guess I wasn't the only victim. Last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, tragedy struck a lightning star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me.
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. But your uniform.
I took it with me at the souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day?
I'm dying over here! I saw right among the court bailiffs, full of hope. Then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramery's disappearance?
Oh, the humanity!
That's enough of that. Please. No, No.
Why, yes, I say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open! Slam! And some guy's face is right in front of me! Face!
So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down to the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here.
Aha! There's court number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself. Nary a friend to call my own.
Okay, and which way does Zach Gramery run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up, like this, and around the corner, like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magician run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here, because it was. Lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished?
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, the flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, all right. White roses.
But there's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that?
Oh.
What? Cyclops! Should have known. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it. Whoa! Yo! They have it just like right up there. Also, they have like new sound effects for the locks and everything. That's cool. I mean, I guess if we want to try it, I don't know. Yo! That's cool. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey! What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramery vanished from this room. How'd he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say if sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and... listen, it was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it right through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day.
I never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir!
Nice.
her that day. She was here, in that room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zack Ramery. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Oh, that makes sense.
What's that?
The girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists!
All right.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zack Ramery exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him into the corner room, sir. Zack Ramery, don't even think you can escape Beacons! Down on your hands, floor on your head! Hello? Something the matter, mister? No, that is... sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zack Ramery, you know him? Oh, I love Zack Ramery. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing that costume, too. Anyway, the very theme Zack came into this room. But no one's been in here except me. Well, he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonishing surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him!
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
Oh. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat.
Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs to the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner, in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, that Ramery's red cape fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir! All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing queries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like that ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now.
And that's so. Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. That's another step away from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Guamshu.
Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want.
It's an honor, sir! Sir, I can't count the number of things that have taken away from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir!
I look forward to it. Except I'm no longer gonna be in court. All eyes were on Zach Gramery that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Oh, we get to, oh. We're just automatically going to the present. Cool. Borscht Bowl Club. Present day Borscht Bowl Club. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. What the hell is he doing here? 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is a friend of yours?
Ah, don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He'll not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes, there's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then, let's compete. I'll take you to the room. A hideout, yes. But before we go, yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter.
Oh, I'm... No, Phoenix Wright. Huh? You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am? Have we met? Ah! Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this! Mr. Enigmar! The defense has escaped! Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all exits from the building! On the double! He must not be allowed to escape! You can't be. But you're... Zach Gramery? Yes, the reincarnation act of the century! Pity I have only an audience of one. You. Zach Gramery? This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there! We will play soon. Ready the room.
I will be preparing hideout for you.
Are you really him? The Zach Gramery? Now I'm Shady Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it'll be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Is she well? Drucy, I mean? She's fine. I've got it working already, hope you don't mind. I hardly need express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I've come. That, and to settle a matter of cards. By which you mean poker? Those eyes. He's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And you. Well, this is a very lighthearted theme to fit this. Yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I played for a long time, and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. You chose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do. Trucy's power? Trucy. She's in a class of her own. For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic, but those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill. Her line? Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnifique Gramarye. That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something? Blood? Oh no. I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders, and it is nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Gramarye secret then? Fine. She's 15 this year? She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know? I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go? Yes, and for that, I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal. That's Magnifique Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Gramarye. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has been clearly ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Wait, let me see that! How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare my escape from that courtroom. The greatest of Magnifique Gramarye's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That is why I have risked all to come here tonight. Brushel.
Sir! Here you go.
What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here, as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary, besides.
I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary.
You are?
By day, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also, by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said? Precisely. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly, which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in the public for the sake of this document, before my 7 years are up. You might say, I'm securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes. I received the performance rights from Magnifi Grammary. However, this was done in secret, without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammary, and Valent Grammary. Not Trucy. I see. So you do need this document. I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He's a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kinda hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. This person in the photo is Trucy's mother? Ugh. How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She's gone. What more is there to say? Lots?
I know!
Whoa, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifi Grammary's only daughter. End quote.
What? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach? Brushel, you say too much.
What? Well, why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zach decked him.
Oh, what?
In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. The loss of Grammary. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? As you said, I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago, we played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnifi. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation to think a mere lawyer might be out here pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up? That was that, and this is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Brushel, you may leave.
But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop!
I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough.
I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Totals, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin. Dealer? You will be witness to our competition.
It is honor for me.
Why haven't I seen her around here before? That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. You know him? After a fashion? Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. The Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grammary knew, but how? And why? Alright. Actually, I think that is where we're going to stop for today. Roll the end card.
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet. Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload. Take that! Click here to watch more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!